Welcome to the channel, everybody. It's Scott. We're keeping it real bass fishing. We are out here at the pond, and if you are new to the channel, first time, please, if you would, hit that subscribe button for us. Hit that notification button and that like button as well. Shoot us a comment if you like the content today. We'd like to know who's viewing and watching and enjoying what we do. The pond behind me, we're going to try to fish it today. I was out here yesterday trying to do some fishing, couldn't get done. We had storm after storm after storm coming through here. It got pretty bad, and rain, and I just got out here a little bit ago, and then it started pouring down rain as soon as I got out of the car. So I had to put it on hold for a minute. We're going to try to get a little bit in. There's another line of storms coming. Thunderstorms out of Garnesville headed up this way towards Huntsville. So we're going to see if we get a little fishing in, and we're going to fish this pond and see if we can't catch us a big one. I believe we'll be able to get us one today. We're going to see what we can do. Alrighty, let's go ahead. Let's get going. Bear with me a minute. Let me get my gear together. I'm going to carry with me 3 rods, and we're going to walk around this pond. And start fishing it. This pond's got some shallow banks. We probably ain't more than 10 foot or so out there in the middle. You see, there really ain't a lot of structure around the bank to fish. But I have caught fish in this pond, so I know there's bass in here. And we're going to walk back here toward the back. Hopefully it don't come a toad strangler on us. It just come it come a downpour. It probably lasted 10 minutes. It rained pretty hard. And I can hear it thundering off in the distance, and there's a storm headed up north in this direction. I'm hoping it goes around us. I'm hoping it goes around us and misses us. You can hear the thunder off in the distance coming. If it starts to pouring rain, we're going to have to run for it. Since we ain't got no sun shining, it's clouded up, had a little rain. I'm going to try to throw this frog. That's the frog I'm going to throw. You guys can see that. And that's the one that's got a really soft belly. And well, the whole thing is soft. If fish grab a hold of it, he can definitely get it in his mouth and get them hooks set in him. Get it in his mouth and get them hooks set. Well, I've thrown about 4 or 5 feet, 6 feet or so from the bank and just work it back Try to stay in that strike zone. You want to try to, when you're fishing these ponds, if you stay, the longer you can be and stay in this area, this what we call the strike zone, the more opportunity you'll have. And the reason we call that, because these bass in this type of water roam, because there really ain't a lot for them to hang to. And these around the banks, you got a lot of frogs and other bugs and bait fish, and you've got natural food that they want to eat. So they're gonna roam around these banks and try to find something to feed on. You know, bait fish, other small bass, brim, bluegill. Some people call them shell crackers, whatever's in there that's small. Most of them in ponds like this, they're gonna be, it's going into this brim or other bait fish like baby bass. Figure we get a smell on that thing, but well, if anything, you guys want to, beginners, this is what you want to do on a pond. You want to throw. This time of year when the water's warm in July, frogs are good on ponds. A buzzbait would be good in the evening. It's like 6 o'clock or so, and you see there's no sun on this water. Frogs are good, buzzbait be good, whopper plopper be good, spook, pretty much poplar. You can throw some other stuff too, but if you just gotta experiment, of course. There's all kind of lures you can throw, and that's what makes it confusing. Makes it hard or confusing, I should say, for a lot of anglers, is because there's so much variety. To throw. You got all the top water products, I should say, top water lures. Yeah, and then you've got you got spinner baits, there's buzz baits, there's chatter baits, you got crank baits, worms, jerk baits, flukes, Ned rigs, Carolina rigging, Texas rigging, frogs, but spooks. This is, we got all kind of lures to throw. If somebody's never done a lot of bass fishing, and you hear all this stuff that these guys, everybody's telling you, if you're watching other anglers or just watching TV, or watching, maybe Bassmasters on TV or other fishing shows on TV. Just you can get confused on really what to throw, and so it's kind of comical. People don't know what to throw. So that's what I say. I like to try to keep it real, just keep it simple. You walk around a pond at this time of year. I'm gonna have frog, spinnerbait, and I got a whopper plopper on. I got some other rods and stuff tied on in the car, but I'm not carrying all of them around with me. I'll try these, and if I don't get anything on these, then I'll switch it up and go get something else. And I'll keep trying to get something in for that thunderstorm that gets here. Hear it out there. I hear it behind me. I hope and pray it goes around me. If it does come through here, hopefully it don't last long. Because I really ain't got no fishing in all week because of it. None last week or the weekend. I mean, when I had time to come, that is. I mean, you know, I do have to work and you know, and I have my fiance and at home, and you know, she likes to spend time together with me as well, and spend time with me. We both like to spend time together. It's just I don't want to neglect that neither. So you know, I try to keep it real. You know, I'm all about trying to keep it real. So I try to get a little time in here, and every time I try to get out here when I have time, it's been storming, pouring rain, lightning, and thundering. It's been the awfulest. I should say the awfulest, but the weirdest summertime weather we've had. I mean, between it being cool and at the 1st of June through June and not really getting warm and or hot rather, and it finally got hot, and then since it got hot, it's done nothing but rain. I mean, rain about every day. But I ain't got a smell on this thing, so I guess but see, I'm gonna, instead of move and go around and keep throwing this frog, normally that's what I do, but I want to try something else. Throw the spinner bug a little bit. Spinner bait, I call it a spinner bug. I have caught a lot of fish on this bait right here. All types of spinner baits, but in these ponds, that 5/16 with them little Colorado, I'm sorry, it's got a Colorado and an Indiana blade on it combo, but it's a 5/16 ounce. It looks good in the water. It's not too much vibration, it's not too much flash, and when it hits the water, it don't make a big old crash. If you're just throwing a 1/2 ounce spinnerbait, double willow leaf or something like that, and hit that water, it's going to make a big old crash and splash, and it spookies fish. And just because this water's not, I say, very deep. It's I find that being better that way. A lot of times you can take that bait and just you can just fish it in all kinds of ways. You can throw it underhand. It just lays in the water real gentle. Just flipping it. You know, instead of burning it back, I'll bring it back. I'll retrieve it, try to retrieve it slow. I don't want it on top, you know, at the bottom either. I'm just trying to keep it in the, off the bottom. And this water right here. I want to try to keep it about a foot, or I like to try to keep that spinnerbait about a foot or two under the water. Yeah, that storm is coming. It's blacker than the ace of spades behind me. Well, I hope you learned something. I mean, you know, from the video, I always want to try to show you guys that, you know, I just don't want to talk about something, I want to show you. And obviously we want to catch some fish, but we are trying. And just got to keep it in that strike zone. See if we can pick it up before the storm gets here. But main thing is, you know, for this video, there ain't so much, you know, if I'm catching fish right now, man. Obviously I want to catch something, and I do want to catch some fish and get them on video for you, and I'm going to work on it. And if we can get them on video, we'll definitely we'll show you what we've done and do. We're going to continue fishing this pond like I'm doing. We're going to throw a spinnerbait. We're going to throw some top water. Keep throwing that frog. But remember, you got to keep it in the strike zone. I'm going to keep working around, working it through maybe 5-10 feet off the bank all the way around. And may fish out out here, so make a few casts out toward the deeper water as well. And see what we can pick up. I'm going to show you this spinnerbait. Let me get that rod out of the way. You see what this is, a 5/16. You can see. So made by War Eagle. They're hard to come by. You can, that color I just showed you is good, and there's a shad color, and there's also a white color, and then there's one of those like brim. I've done pretty good with that, the one I'm throwing right now. Also, I've also done good with that shad color. So if I'll throw this, and if I don't catch anything on it, this particular, I'll change it. I'll tie on a different color. But the water being as clear as it is, might go to that shad color. All right. Well, we're gonna keep fishing and change it up a little bit. I'm thinking the storm, I see it, you can see it building up right there. And you see it coming. That's the one I'm talking about. Moving pretty quick. And I'm a little ways from the car. The car's like way over could be under. So we're gonna go ahead and try to move it back that way so we don't get caught in this mess. And we'll catch you on the flip side on the next broadcast, or we'll catch you on the next video. Hope you enjoyed what I've showed you, and hope you enjoyed some of the pointers and things we talked about for you beginners. Just remember to get you a couple frogs and some good little spinner baits. Some good worms, finesse worms, and some jigs, and maybe some top water stuff. And as a beginner, and find your ponds and just go around them and just work them and fish them, and because there's another pond across the street. There's 2 more down the road. We'll keep at it until we figure them out. And that's what you got to do. All right. Well, I've enjoyed it. Hope you guys have too. And like I say, keeping it real. We're always trying to keeping it real bass fishing. And I'm gonna get out of this storm you see behind me right here. I don't like lightning. Hit that subscribe button for me, and notification bell, and hit that like button if you enjoy the content. We ain't caught no fish yet, but we're gonna keep trying. But we're trying to do it between storms, so it really ain't a good day. But we're trying though. But anyway, appreciate everybody, and remember, let's always try to keep it real. Let's go catch that big one. Y'all take care. I'll see you on the next video. Y'all take care.